Hello dears, welcome back to another session of our biology class. So today onwards we will be dealing with the second chapter. As you have read from the board, you could understand that it's a new chapter, that is how do organism reproduce. So it's a question, right? How do organism reproduce? So before entering to the answer of this question, let me ask you another question. Why do organisms reproduce? Why do organisms reproduce? Okay, so unlike all the essential life process that we have discussed in the last chapter we discussed nutrition, then respiration, circulation, excretion, all these things we discussed, and we came to know that they are quite essential for our life. So as to maintain our life, these life processes are very much essential. And let me ask you, is reproduction so essential so as to maintain our life? Reproduction is so essential. And another point I would like to share with you is that during reproduction, lots of energy is being utilized. Again, I'm drawing your attention to grab the importance of reproduction. How we can draw out the importance of reproduction, or why the organisms reproduce, or what is the significance of reproduction. Is reproduction that much essential to maintain our life process? So whatever may be the answer for the above questions, let me tell you, it's obvious that we see many types of organisms around us, right? And from these we can define the definition of reproduction or the importance of reproduction, right? Only with the help of this reproductive method we can reproduce our offspring. Thus we can give more organism or support the life all over the earth. So in order to have life on earth, reproduction is an essential material. Okay, so before getting into the detailed version of how do organisms reproduce, so you came to know that here we will be discussing about the organisms reproduction. So before entering to the correct topic, we have to discuss two different topics. Okay, so it is also coming with asking you a question. The question is, do organisms create exact copies? During reproduction, do the organism create their exact copies? Yes. Organisms create their own exact copies, isn't it? Human beings can reproduce only human beings. Cockroaches can reproduce only cockroaches. Frog can reproduce only frog. Snake can reproduce only snake. Correct. So all the organisms look similar. See, in the case of human beings, all human beings look similar, right? Now, they look similar because they are having a same body design. They are similar in their body designs. They are similar in their body designs. Now, how if their body designs have to be similar, their blueprints, the blueprints for the production or the construction of this body design should be similar. Now, what codes for the same blueprint to construct the body design? So there comes the relevance of reproduction. It is the reproduction. So reproduction is the basic process which involves the production of same blueprints to make the same or similar body designs. Clear? See, though all of us are similar, we are not identical, right? See, when we are looking, you are similar to your mom, right? To your mother, but you are not exactly your mother or your father. You have your own differences, your own variations. And in the last year we discussed these variations or the differences, and that coins the term genetic differences, right? So we all are having this genetic difference that coins for the variations. Clear, we are different in our skin color, eye color, blood group, hair texture, nail texture, everything. We are not, in every aspect we are not identical, even though we are similar. Clear? Okay. So along with this genetic difference, what coins for this genetic difference? What is the important thing which coins for this genetic? Yes, that is chromosome. I hope you can see the writing over the board. Okay, chromosome. So where do we can find chromosome? In 9th standard we studied chromosomes are seen inside the nucleus. Yes, chromosomes are seen inside the nucleus. So they contain genes and also DNA, right? Deoxyribonucleic acid. So they are responsible for the carrying of our secret genetic information from one generation to the next generation, right? From the parent generation through these genes in the form of DNA, it is being transmitted to the next offspring. Is that clear? So the DNA is responsible for the production of proteins. You know, proteins are the building blocks of our body. So they are responsible for the production of proteins. So while these proteins are forming, some alteration will be happening. That alteration in proteins coins for the genetic difference. Okay. So the basic event of a reproduction is the creation of DNA. The basic event of reproduction is the creation of DNA. So how the DNA is being produced? Cell uses chemical reactions. What does the cell uses? Cell uses chemical reactions. Okay. In order for the production of DNA and all, cell uses chemical reactions. Clear? And in a reproducing cell, a cell will be having DNA, isn't it? Suppose this is the cell which is to be reproduced. So they will be having DNA. And how many chromosomes are there? 46 chromosomes. Clear? So from a cell, if this is a reproducing cell, 23 chromosome is from parent, from either one parent, from let it be father, and 23 will be coming from the mother. Together they will be forming the 46. That will be dealt in detail in the later chapter, that is genetics. Okay. For a time being, you understand that for a cell, this 46 chromosome are coined half from the father side and half from the mother side. Together form the 46. So in a reproducing cell, 46 chromosome will be there. So it has to be, that is, two sets of chromosomes, two copies of DNA will be there. It has to be separated. Now how it will be separated? Keeping one and pushing the other is being done by the cell. No, how it is done? It is accomplished by the creation of a new cellular apparatus. New cellular apparatus is being produced. So while forming the new cellular apparatus, half of the chromosome will be going into that cell and half of the cell. So it will divide. Meanwhile, this cell will be dividing by sending half to one portion and half of the chromosome to the other portion, restoring the number of chromosomes. Okay, is that clear? You will have a detailed version in the later part. Right now, I hope you got the idea. So, so this cell will be getting separated. So, each cell will be having one set of DNA. Okay. See, one thing you have to, this is the case of a reproducing cell. That cell will be entering into the reproductive phase. That will be discussed in detail in the later session. Okay. So, more or less, these cells, that half separated cell, will be similar but not at all identical. No biochemical reactions are absolutely identical. So, a variation will be happened in that. Clear? So, even though we produces exact copies during reproduction, we are not similar. Similarly, another term we discussed in the last year is variation. So, what is the significance of variation in reproduction? How variation help in reproduction? See, variation help in the survival of an organism, efficient survival of an organism. How? They will help to survive. They will help the organism to adapt well in their environment. They will, this variation. Okay, this variation will help the organism to resist against diseases. See, in the case of human beings itself, for example, in the case of human beings, some of us will be prone to cold, but many of us will not be prone to cold easily. So that is a variation. Clear? So likewise, these variations are helping us in for the better fitting towards our environment. That points for a good survival. Okay. For example, have you heard of thermophilic bacteria? Thermophilic bacteria. Thermo means temperature loving. Philic means loving. Temperature loving bacteria. These bacteria are seen in hot springs. Hot springs, very hot springs, thermal hot springs. See that variation, they are able to resist that high temperature in the springs or in the deep sea and all. That make them to resist, or that make them to well adapted to that condition. Clear? So that is an example for the variation, thermophilic bacteria. Another one, if a natural calamity happen, or if suppose in the case now we are having this corona, many are rescuing from that pandemic situation or rescuing from that disease with the help of their immunity. For those, unfortunately, for those who doesn't have a good immunity are subjected to death, right? And that is also a variation. So if a natural calamity and all happen, this variation to an extent help us to get rid of or to get adapted to that that condition. Clear? And also one more thing is the specified in your textbook, that is niche. Niche is nothing but it is a space of an organism where it lives. Not only it coins not only the habitat, along with the habitat, its food, its prey, then its climatic condition. Altogether, the space in which that organism lives, along with the shelter, habitat, the food, the prey, all will comes under the niche. So don't get panic by seeing the word niche. It's not a new term. Niche in ecology or a community means it's a space where the organism live. That space include the habitat, its food, its prey, then where it live, how it reproduce, in which season it reproduce. Altogether, the interaction of that organism with the environment. So today I'm winding up. Read it and see. Okay. In the next class we can continue with the modes of reproduction. Okay. Thank you.